Hey, it's Benjamin here from Beneficial Massive, where you, the masses, hopefully benefit from my reviews of video games of old and new, tech accessories of all sorts, and media including movie and TV show reviews. And speaking of TV shows, have I got a sweet TV show review for you today. Castlevania, the animated TV show that started screening on Netflix in July 2017. If you missed it, then you missed out, but don't fret because you can still go watch it, like I did. Now, when I say sweet, I mean good sweet. I mean good quality, just what I wanted for an animated series of Castlevania. I don't want to talk it up too much because basically when you have high expectations about something and then you watch it, it could possibly let you down. But this shouldn't. First of all, though, before we talk about the TV series, I just want to give you a quick history lesson on Castlevania. Although most of you will know Castlevania, for those that don't, or for those that want to recap, then let's get into this shit. Castlevania is a series of gothic fantasy action-adventure video games created and developed by Konami, centered on the Belmont family, a clan of vampire hunters, and their fight with Dracula. The series debuted in Japan on September 26, 1986, with the release of the original game for the Family Computer Disk System, followed by an alternate version for the MSX2 platform on October 30. Although the MSX2 port, localized in Europe and South America as Vampire Killer, was released first outside Japan, the series did not receive wide attention outside Japan until the FDS version was ported to cartridge format for the Nintendo Entertainment System and localized for North American and European releases of Castlevania in 1987 and 1988, respectively. The first title, as well as the majority of the early sequels, was a side-scrolling video game. The second and third titles, Vampire Killer and Castlevania II Simon's Quest, introduced non-linear exploration. Symphony of the Night made a return to non-linear gameplay and focused more on exploration than linear platforming. Along with Super Metroid, it popularized the Metroidvania genre. Games developed in the Metroidvania genre continued on the Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS from 2001 to 2008. The first two 3D titles in the series were on the Nintendo 64 in 1999. 2010 saw the release of The Lords of the Shadow, a reboot of the series featuring 3D action and developed in Spain. The Castlevania titles have been released on various platforms from early systems including the Nintendo Entertainment System to modern consoles. It has also been released for pocket PCs and mobile phones. The show is a drama, horror, fantasy, action, adventure, and it's made by Konami, which makes it even cooler that it's made by a gaming company. I think anyway. I think that's why I liked it so much, because I didn't know what to expect, and then I got my hands on Season 1 about 5 days ago, and they've been sitting on my tablet just waiting to be watched. So out of nowhere I was talking to a friend about the series and my mate said it's pretty good and worth the watch. So because I pretty much milked every good show under the sun and struggled to find good new stuff, I fired it up last night. The first half of the first episode seemed a bit slow, but I was blown away by the quality and look of the animation. Like, this is comparable to your favourite And I'm title. It just looks refreshing, and it's how you'd imagine or want the Castlevania world to look if you were watching it. So, a bit over halfway through it, there's a build-up and bam, killer demon type vampires just start ripping this town apart. There's blood and guts flying everywhere with high tension music that is definitely more than satisfying. I'll now just go over some information about the show that I researched. It was written by Warren Ellis, directed by Sam Dietz, and features the voices of Richard Armitage, James Callis, Graham McTavish, Alexandra Renaso, Tony Amadolo, Matt Frewer, Emily Swallow. The executive producer is Adi Shankar and also Fred Seibert. The producers are Toshikayuki Hiruma, Brad Gaber and Jason Williams. Each episode runs for about 23 to 25 minutes and, of course, is on Netflix. On the website Rotten Tomatoes, the series has a rating of 86% based on 21 reviews with an average rating of 7 out of 10. Metacritic, which assigns a rating out of 100 to reviews from mainstream critics, reported that there were generally favourable reviews for the first season, with an average score of 71 based on 4 reviews. I myself give the show probably, I'd say, a 7 out of 10. I'd probably watch it a bit more and maybe give it more later on. Castlevania is an American adult animated web television series based on the 1989 video game Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse by Konami, which I didn't know until I did some research. The overview of the show, or the plot, is Castlevania, the TV series. Follows Trevor Belmont, who defends the nation Wallachia from Dracula and his minions. The animation is heavily influenced by Japanese anime, which I mentioned earlier, and Aomi Kojima's artwork in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and it shows. So apparently the deal is that the series was planned as a movie in 2005, but then changed to a 4-episode series. Things were going pear-shaped around 2015 until Netflix bagged it up and Murder, She Wrote. It was renewed for an expanded second season of 8 episodes on the same day. Things have been really quiet since then until Warren Ellis, the screenwriter of the series, tweeted on Twitter that the second season's 8 episodes will be ready by this summer, hopefully around July, a year after the first season aired. Even more awesome news I found digging around is that the series producer Adi Shankar is also working on a similar style animated series for Assassin's Creed, which is pretty crazy and exciting news for us gamers and fans out there. The great thing about this series is that they did everything right. They were true to the video game, made it look amazing, and they didn't hold back on the gore. The show aired last year, so most of you have probably seen this series, but for those of you that haven't watched it, then I'd definitely recommend you hit it up. And if you haven't already seen it, then go watch it again to get G'd up and ready for Season 2, which is coming, hopefully sooner than later. I just wanted to do a kind of talk about recap review on the Castlevania TV series, as I only just saw it and was blown away. And as a long-time fan of the franchise, I felt compelled to do this episode for you lovely viewers. Also, this is a good reminder that the second season is still on its way, so you can get all ready for that. It should be pretty good, I'm judging by the caliber of the first season. My only beef with the first season was that it was too dang short, but sometimes you need a quickie. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, people. Please hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you next episode. Remember, I do weekly videos and sometimes more if I have time. Really appreciate your support. If you've got any thoughts on Castlevania the TV series, then leave a comment. Cheers. Be good, people. Peace.